Dr. Vilas will lead this session, and he will chair the session. Dr. Vilas, he is the Chief Technology Officer of Hindalco Industries and Function Head Metals and Mining Technology at Aditya Birla Corporate R&D. He has 32 years of experience in metallurgy research and development. He has done his PhD in metallurgy from University of Leeds, UK, and he is currently working in area of energy reduction and decarbonization. So, Dr. Vilas, I would like to invite you to please take care of this session. And
good afternoon. I will just conduct the session where we will be discussing about the problems or areas of concern for industry. We have representatives, mainly the chief sustainability officers from Tata Steel, Vedanta, Hindalco, Crane, ONGC. So we will discuss about the problem faced by industry. So I will start with Dr. Mr. S.V. Patil, who is the business head for Ultratech RMC, and I'll request him to talk about the problems or areas of his interest and how the decarbonization is going to impact the RMC or overall the building and construction industry. So, Mr. Patil.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Doctor. I was present since the beginning, and very interesting presentations being made. So I will give the perspective from cement and ready-mix concrete industry. As we know, cement is among the top 3 greenhouse gas emitters and being declared as hard to abate industry. Now, there are 2 aspects of CO2 emissions. One is the fossil fuel, that is the coal or petcoke that we burn our kilns, and second is CO2 generated out of the chemical reaction, or what we call the calcination of production of the clinker. So now, while I know that there are a lot of work being done, I think we just saw a video of capturing CO2 for mineralization, use of CO2 for enhancing the strength of concrete under carbon cure, and so on and so forth. One of the challenges is most of these technologies at this point of time are not commercially viable, and hence how do we look at adoption of these technology for commercial use, because the quantum of CO2 produced is enormous. The CO2 produced by burning the fossil fuel, I'm sure alternate fuels are available, green hydrogen, or we are talking about green energy and so on and so forth. I'm sure we have an economically viable solution. But when it comes to CO2, which is out of the calcination, commercially viable technologies are not available. When I say commercially viable technologies, as long as the cost remains the same of capturing CO2 and utilization, the consumers will not be burdened on the additional cost. But assuming if the cost is very high, to some extent the industry can absorb, but to a great extent there is no ability of passing on this extra cost of technology to the consumers at large. So that is my one big ask. Second, I also heard about the standards, BIS standards. Today, most of our BIS standards, and specifically coming to concrete and cement, are prescriptive in nature. Just to give an example, the blending ratios of fly ash or GGBS, and now of course the triple blend, both fly ash, GGBS and clinker has come out, but they are more prescriptive. Some of the countries where I have seen the codes are performance-based codes, which will encourage more research on use of SCMs, what you call a supplementary cementitious material, be it rice husk ash, fly ash, or GDBS, so we can look at a higher percentage of replacement in cement. And the third one, which is more of a policy ask, is while as we know that cement can consume huge amount of AFR, alternate fuel, as a resource. But the policies are not in such a way conducive, because the cement plants are all located in the mines. So I think there is a need to really look into, while there are technologies available in the cement industry of use of AFR, but I think collectively we need to policy of how do we utilize this, be it a municipal solid waste or agri waste and so on and so forth, so that there is an ample opportunity of utilization of the solid waste in the cement industry, which again is towards the net zero roadmap of cement and concrete. We at Ultratech are the founding members of Global Cement and Concrete Association, work with almost 80 companies worldwide who are part of the research and adoption of some of these net zero technologies. And cement as an industry, we have taken an ambitious plan of net zero concrete and net zero cement by 2050. So these are a few of my thoughts, and if anybody can have some view on this, happy to hear. Look for adopting some of the Ultratech cement in India.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Patil.